Hello. Laura Lee Mystica and I, Nancy Bliss, welcome you to our 10th Inside Insights interview. Laura Lee has several topics to present to you, including some things about the Dark Lord's endgame retaliations and how we can all stir the pot against them. So here now is our very own Laura Lee.
Oh, thank you. It's been a wild couple weeks, hasn't it? It's been really crazy. And one of the things that came up just a few days ago was that there is something that we need to add to the protocol after we've taken out implants and we start ask for our blueprints, codes, and power. What we need to do is ask for the original, authentic, and we already had that, but then we need to put in appropriate, upgraded blueprints, codes, and power. Now, the thing is, with the appropriate, that will give us what we need. It's like, I don't need my wings right now. I will later, but now somebody would probably shoot me, put me in a zoo or something. So I don't need to go sprouting my wings. And then we're getting upgraded blueprints. And there's a whole story we can talk about that, but we can't tell you about it now, but we will maybe in the next one. But our blueprints are being upgraded, and so we need to be aware of that, and maybe do some deep breathing while we're getting our upgraded blueprints, and just know that everything is changing and everything is upgrading. And it's interesting, as soon as I put a book out, of course there's going to be new things that I'm going to have to change in there. But this is one thing that and we'll have to put this on the website too. This is just brand new to us, these upgrades. So I just wanted to make everybody aware of that. Do you have any comments or questions on that, Nancy?
No, it's almost like I have to run as your Kona to keep up with you and all the changes.
It's like, no, not more. By the way, everybody, Kona means, or Kana, it's not Kona, it's Kana.
Oh.
Means somebody, a record keeper. And that's what Nancy is, and I'm lucky enough to have her be that for me. So I'm just thrilled, happy as a clam about that. So yeah, it's hard. It's you just think you got one thing down and 5 more come in, and yeah, it's intense work. So now about stirring the pot. This will hopefully make everybody happy and excited and want to do this. It was like the 24th, so that's been about, it hasn't even been a week. That seems like last month, but it's only been a few days ago. I decided to get proactive. This was in the evening. It was before I went to bed, and I'm sitting there, looking out at the nice pine trees and just chilling. And I decided to get real, and I do this a lot, but it was kind of on a different level this time, to get real proactive on the Dark Lords, like go after them. And I go after, I do asshole hunts all the time, but I was just on it, and I wanted to do a huge, humongous counterbalance to everything that they have been doing to us for eons. And so what I did is I got in the million monkey circle mode, where I had made 1 million copies of me in a big circle, and then then I put 1 million monkeys in a smaller circle inside that. So kind of get the visuals there. Big circle. And we each had a pot we were stirring, a big pot that we were stirring, of Dark Lords their organizations and their corporations. So it's like an energetic pot that we were stirring, and it was so fun, I'm telling you. And so so I was, of course, in my badass egg in stealth mode. You have to make sure you do that all the time. When you get in your badass egg, put it in stealth mode before you do anything that's kind of a counterattack on the Dark Lords, because things don't turn out well when they give you backlashes and smacks, or if they can see you coming. So I got in my badass egg in stealth mode, and I stirred. Now these are the ingredients, okay? Mistrusting each other and start fighting each other. So I put a big dose of that in this pot. This is all the Dark Lords and their organizations and their corporations. And then I added that Loosh sucks their life force instead of giving it to them. So it just did a flip on that. And I stirred that up good, and then I got chaos and miscommunication amongst them escalates. So they don't know what each other's doing, and they're always miscommunicating. Where somebody says go here, they think they go there, and so I put that in there. And Mercury was happy to come and help. I thought that was great. Old Mercury is coming to help out instead of be an issue. So then I added a dose of jealousy for each other and having that escalate. So I was like, no, I'm the best Dark Lord in the universe. No, I am. And, that kind of thing. And the girls, the Dark Lord ladies were, jealous of the other Dark Lord ladies. And, just get them fighting each other. Nice cat fight. And then I did truth keeps leaking out into the mainstream media, and they can't retract it, and it escalates to more truth that incriminates them, and so they blame each other. And I thought the visual images I had that were so funny. It's like, CNN and, everything on the nightly news starts leaking like real stuff that's happening that they don't want anybody to know. And then they're like, oh, shoot, now what do we do? Well, we're going to have to, this really incriminates us, and it's the bipolar opposite of what we've been telling them to telling the news to tell everybody. So, we're in real trouble. And then they start blaming each other. And I just got a real kick out of that. I know Hal must have been helping me with this. So then the next ingredient in this pot that I was stirring was that their money comes up missing, both digital and physical. And, of course, they're going to blame each other for that, too, right? When their money comes up missing, I mean, they can steal it from us all the time. That's all fine and dandy. But you don't go messing with their money, okay? That's one thing you don't do. So that was a real kick, too. That made me laugh. And then that they start having obvious psychotic breakdowns, and their drugs make it worse. And when I started looking at, the future of how that could turn out, that just really made me laugh. I was laughing my tail off while I was doing this. So were the monkeys. Okay, and then the next one was that hell energies and their magics and their demons turn on them. So all these things that they do with their evil magic, it like flips and turns on them instead of us. And I thought that was so awesome. And then the last one is that they rat each other out and they kill each other. I thought, oh yeah, that would be great. So we don't have to, get involved. They just wipe each other out, and everybody lives happily ever after. And then what I was getting is that I needed to do this twice a day, and in between, I needed to do the stir the pot in the morning or at noon or whenever and at night. And then in between, I put it on autopilot. So those pots just kept stirring and stirring and stirring. And I was thinking, if we can get a lot of people doing this, it's going to change things really fast. I know there's a lot of really great, powerful, benevolent magicians out there, and here's a recipe that we can really start changing the movie here. So everybody just do it your own way, and we're putting together a protocol that Nancy wrote out, and we'll try to get that up like really soon, and so that you can see her version of what she's doing. And there's no right or wrong way, except you want to make sure that you're protected. And when let me just check something. When you get done, bring all your selves back, your million selves, and bring the million monkeys back to the original. But then put a auto stir. You can still have the pots there, and make sure they're well egged, and then just put it on auto stir. So there's a big old cauldron with a wooden spoon or whatever, and it's auto stirring all the time. And you come back and to your egg that has this auto stir in it, and you can just watch it keep stirring, and then you can go and put more energy in it, and it can be real fun. Now, understand that this is brand new, so we're probably going to do some tweaking here, but as long as you protect yourself in the stealth egg before you do it, then you should be okay. And do you have any comments or anything, Nancy?
Yep, I think the protection is important because they're just so desperate these days.
Yes,
and they know that humans can help them, so just be protected.
Yes, and don't be schmoozed by somebody who says, "Oh, I'm a good person. Come and help me out." Well, you check them out pretty good before you go and help them out, because they're real sly. But you know what? We're more sly than they are. We're like spy versus spy birdies, and bring those in on your on your ceremonies and stuff like this, and they will help you. And just remember protection with the eggs, and do maybe different modalities so it's not the same one all the time, and just experiment with it. And just see what you can do on that. Okay? So, anything else on that before we go on, Nancy?
No, just there was one that was added, not by me, by another HRT member. And so I'll just read it. Whenever they, meaning the Dark Lords, seek assistance, it will only be attended to by ladies Karma and Justice, and met, in most cases, with zeroing out or eradication.
Right. So what she means was, if they ask you for assistance, you say, okay, Lady Karma and Lady Justice, you go assist them. That's excellent. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's excellent. If you don't feel like qualified, bring Lady Karma and Lady Justice in, and that could be very interesting. So thank you. That's really good, and that needs to be in the forefront all the time. So thank you. Then I wanted to talk a little bit about how the Dark Lords have been getting around natural law. And what they do is they expose their deeds via movies and the media. And the masses believe that it's just science fiction. You see all these amazing movies and you think, oh my gosh, that is exactly what's going on. But the masses think, oh, that's just science fiction. If you believe that, you're a doo-doo head. You need to go into an asylum. And then also, with these science fiction movies, that they're they have things in there like aliens and curses and the secret space program and satanic rituals and spirit cooking, and so to the logical mind, that is totally off the charts and not real. So this is the way they put their information out. It's like, okay, everybody, this is what we're doing, ha ha ha, and there's nothing you can do about it. And if you believe in this stuff, then we're going to come after you. And and so that's how they've been having their game work so well. They're like, okay, only the people that like all the mainstream people think it's a bunch of baloney. So then they just keep going on their merry way, but people are waking up in droves. It's just phenomenal, and going, no, that stuff's real. That's really real. So, and then another thing they do is they put porn in all the truth-infested good movies. So if they've got a bunch of truth in there, then they'll, lace it with porn, especially Netflix. Oh my gosh, Netflix is so notorious for that. It's like all these sex scenes. It's like, what does that have to do with anything? It has nothing to do with the plot. You could just have them hug and kiss. You don't have to get all undone and take all your clothes off and have an orgy. It's like that whatever. So so what that does is deter everybody from the real information, especially people that are attracted to porn. So what it does is it attracts the porn lovers and discredits the movie. So people that aren't into porn will go, oh, I got to turn that off. And so one of the movies that did that a lot was Sense8, and that had such good information in it. But the porn stuff in it is like, oh my gosh, speed it up, get this off of here. So that's how they're doing this, and then some of the I have a list of some of the movies that they're telling all, and it's the Black Mirror series, the Stargate series, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Nikita 2010 series, Golden Compass, and Warehouse 13. And if you watch any of those, you're going to see, especially those that are waking up, you're going to say, oh my gosh, this is what's going on. Especially in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Nikita, that is all about agency and about MKUltra programming. And so if you're wanting to know kind of what they're really doing, and then those would be some good movies to start checking that out. Do you have any questions or anything?
No, what was it? Nikita?
Uh-huh.
And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., yes.
Okay.
And I'll put these I'll put these in the description so that you can start looking at those and see if you can find those.
Okay.
Okay, so then the next thing, and I think a lot of you have experienced this, but the last few weeks have been horrendous, like since about the end of March. But a lot of people, especially our hologram rescue team, have been hit psychically so bad with an array of different symptoms that totally immobilizes you. And these symptoms, it's psychic attack. So if you go to a medical doctor, they're not going to most likely see what the real cause is. And they may just misdiagnose it. Probably what they'll do is drug you up, okay? And that will make it so that you can't sort it out as well if you're all drugged up. So what this is totally endgame retaliation by the Dark Lords and their minions, both on and off planet. So if you've experienced some of this, it might not be what you ate. It's like one gal that I was working with, and she was having all these gastrointestinal problems, and like, stomach going out like 3 or 4 inches, and can't, nothing tastes good, and going in or out. And I was getting very clear. It's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you. And she had these like nanobots in her that were like eating her alive. And so we were able to get a handle on that and get rid of them. And she's slowly recovering, but it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and it's been really challenging. There was a lot of people, and I had this one too, sudden neck and shoulder attacks, or lower back and hip attacks, and that's where the muscles go into cramps, like bad cramps and spasms, to where you can't move. Like any movement just it is so excruciating with pain, you can't move. You just sit there immobilized. And what I've been working, I've been working like a lot with a lot of people, and it's like I just get one better, and another one is like, oh no, I'm in horrible pain. So we've been able to sort this out and get rid of it, and get these people back in, so that they're mobilized again. But just know that if you have some of these symptoms, it may be something a doctor can't fix. You're going to have to get serious, get your rocks, get your eggs, and start cleaning this stuff off, because it can be taken off. I told these people, I said, you feel like you're dying, and probably part of you wants to die because this sucks so bad, and you think, okay, if this is how the rest of my life is, I can't do my job here. So it's really important when that, there goes my voice, if that happens, it's like I got it on my shoulder, and it happened like all of us, like maybe within 2 minutes, all of a sudden my shoulder went from just fine to like cramping up, to the point of I have this roller machine that has infrared lights in it, and I put my back on that, and it would go thump, thump, thump over my shoulder blade, and I'm like, man, it's never done that before. I have bad muscles. So I did some psychic work. I did, some tea strainers while it was doing that, and I was gradually able to get it to calm down. But it took a while. It wasn't like snap your fingers and it's over. But it took a while, and it reminded me of the kind of attack that I got when I was writing my books. And as soon as I would sit down to the computer to work on the books, it's like, man, it was like something had a big old claw, and it was digging in and then twisting, and you're just like, oh, that hurt so bad, but I'm going to get this paragraph written. So it's kind of like that. And so my suggestion is that keep your eggs up all the time, and just know, okay, one of the things I immediately I knew that this thing on my back wasn't real. And I did screw you losers like over and over and over. And each time I did, I would get back into balance a little better. It's like, I'm not letting them take over. I'm not letting them get the best of me. This isn't the way this is going to go down. And so you have to out-create whatever it is they're creating or trying to create on you. And, maybe you'll have to get one of your buddies to kind of look at things and help you take some of this stuff off. But just know that you can, and that it's not real. Just knowing that it's not real then helps you to be able to be more chill about it and go, okay, I have the wits about me that I can totally override this and out-create it. And you can do it, and that's what we've been doing. So Nancy, you got hit. You got immobilized. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I don't think mine was as bad as some others who were in big.
Well, but
big
it was still
trouble.
bad. I mean, you were. Yeah, tell us about it.
So last month, for about 3 weeks or so in March, I was pretty much immobilized by lower hip and back pain. I was okay when I was absolutely still, but otherwise not. So if I moved, I couldn't move, and if I stayed still, I was okay and couldn't move anyway. At the lowest point, I thought, I don't want to live like this. So I did go to a doctor, a chiropractor, twice. First time, I got a full day's relief from it, which made me think, oh, maybe it is something about my body and my posture, whatever. The second time, the relief was only about 4 hours. So now in hindsight, it appears, as what Laura Lee said, that the symptoms were not real, even though, of course, it felt that way. So had I known it was fake, I probably could have gotten rid of it with ease with the protocol, screw you loser, and as Laura Lee said, by overriding and out-creating it. And also, at the end of the day, I have the immunities, and
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I have kept telling all of these people I was working with. While you're going through this, you're getting immunities to these things that the Dark Lords are throwing at you. So keep that in mind, and that really helps you to stand tall and stand with your chin up and not let them get the best of you. It's like, and tell yourself, I'm getting immunities to this, okay? So when I get out of this, I'm going to be like Superwoman, Superman, and that's really important to remember on that. Some of the other things that I had was felt like I was being pricked with a needle or something, like jabbed. I was just sitting here at my desk, and all of a sudden it felt like something jabbed me in the hand, and I'm like, ow! And I yelled, ow, because I'm looking. I thought it was a yellow jacket or something. There was nothing on there. And things were jabbing my hand like for 5 or 6 hours that night. And I kept, they jabbed me, and I'd say, screw you losers, up yours losers, I'm not buying it. And gradually it got less and less and less and less, and then the next day it was gone. So that's another thing. And then I would get old injuries coming back. I'm like, that's not real. That's not right. And some people say, oh, it's the barometric pressure or whatever, and sometimes it is. But this, I'm thinking the last month or month and a half, it's been like dogpile psychic attack. So the thing is that we don't ever give up, okay? Don't give up. Don't give in. Okay, maybe for 2 minutes you go, this just really sucks. I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. And then you go, okay, I'm done. I'm back in the game again. Screw you losers, up yours losers. I am, and then watch the eggs go after them with this spinning star, and that will help your mood. And just know we're on a roll, and we are winning. So it's like we are so winning this game. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot of evidence of that in the very near future. I'm already seeing it. I'm seeing that leaks are coming out of the mainstream media, like true stuff. And I'm like, really? That came out of mainstream? So just know that this is working, and we're doing a darn good job. Pat yourself on the back. And pick yourself up and egg yourself and go have a happy day. One of the songs that goes through my head a lot when I start to feel down is that song, and I'll put it on the bottom of the YouTube page on this one, is that song that says, ooh, ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, ooh, child, things will get brighter right now. So, and that lifts my spirits, and I know that it's true. So I will have that. It's I think it's I can't remember the name of that band, but I will have that in the comments at the bottom, and so you can listen to that and get your game on. So that's what this whole thing was today. I think we're out of time, so it's all about getting your game on and being happy, because we are literally going into a new cycle of freedom for all of the benevolent people, and the Dark Lords are going down. And so that's it from me. Do you have any more comments, Nancy?
No. I'm just noticing that so many songs that we're waiting for this time are out there. I mean, just so many about hopeful future, and future's now.
Yes, exactly.
So, I just want to thank you all so much for listening, and please watch for our next Inside Insights interview where, who knows, something momentous might again be revealed. You won't want to miss Inside Insights number 11.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody. See you next time.
Bye-bye.